Welcome to Matt's road trip. I'm going to show you why I've just made this area home. Leaving Queenstown, we've just entered paradise, the stunning Central Otago district. Now we can slow down, appreciate, admire, and just breathe. One of the things I love about this part of the world, not many people, and the people that are here are real. They make time for you. I'm off to the Backburn Hotel, which is just near Cromwell, for lunch.
Andy's our chef, and I run the front of house.
Anna and Andy McIntosh have had this historic hotel for 4 years. They pride themselves on their food and wine.
We have 250 wines on our list. What we wanted to do was to create a list which really showcased Central Otago wine, and then have some really interesting international varieties.
You could be a little biased, but how good's the tucker?
It's exceptionally good tucker.
Are you allowed to call it tucker?
I wouldn't do normally, to be honest with you, Matt, but no, look, what we've done is we've created a sharing style of menu so people get to enjoy a really lovely social dining experience.
Oh, they're amazing, aren't they?
You've got to start with bocarones, which is a fantastic Spanish, very simple tapas dish. Then you're going to have some in-season asparagus with some chorizo, and then you're going to finish with some amazing Wanganui eye fillet.
Sounds delightful.
I hope so.
Delightful it was.
I've really called Otago home all my life, but this place continues to surprise me. This food is amazing.
A friend of mine from the UK came over here and we did the rail trail together actually, and he described Central Otago as Wales on steroids. Now, I've not been to Wales, but apparently it's one of the prettier parts of the UK. It's just all the best bits of the world put together.
Central Otago.
Central Otago.
It's Wales on steroids.
Wales on steroids.
I'm back on the road, headed for Alexandra, which is actually a bit like Amsterdam. Look at that water. Unreal. Not because of the weed and brothels, but biking. Everyone's into it, including Phil Oliver, a man they call Rad Grandad.
A couple of mates in Queenstown gave me that tag and sort of pushed it a bit. Younger guys try and keep up, but yeah, sometimes they win, most of the times I do. Yeah.
Another reason Phil Oliver's called the Rad Grandad, he built a bike track on his front lawn. This is mint. Why did you do it?
Oh, we got sick of mowing the lawns. So I pulled some trees out and the grass out and put this in for the grandkids, and you just leave them to it and go round and round circles all day long. It's great.
Phil's called Alexandra home for 25 years.
It's probably one of the most unique environments in New Zealand. It's just different to anywhere else. There's no trees, it's just rock and tussock and thyme, and it's awesome. You know, big open spaces.
The Rad Grandad spends a lot of time in those big open spaces. He runs altitude bikes, a mountain bike touring and guiding business.
It's a nice place to come on holiday and visit for sure. Lots of little things to do, probably sort of outdoorsy type things, you know, if you're into the biking, kayaking, outdoors, picking fruit, stuff like that, you know. There's no sort of video arcades and nightclubs and that sort of stuff. You leave that back where you came from. Just get away from it.
I'm off to meet someone who's been getting away from it for a while.
Ofa's cute, has great coffee too.
Ken Gillespie lives just over the hill from Ofa in a Turihua.
How good is this?
He has done all his life, never wanted to leave.
It's the people, Matt. The people are tremendous, they really are.
How long do you have to live here before you're considered a local?
Well, it used to always be about 50 years. I think it's probably got a little bit, so it might be 49 now.
That's how long Ken's been involved with the Turihua's Hayes Engineering, a living museum which tips its hat to its role in our agricultural industry.
The wire strainers were Hayes' big claim to fame, and they started the first one in 1906, and then the main change in 1924 was they put a swivel on the chain, and that 1924 model got a 1981 design award. And they're still manufactured today under the Hayes name.
And this is where those wire strainers were made, 100 years ago.
I still get a buzz out of this. I still see things I haven't noticed before.
What else do people do when they come to Central?
They go curling. Yeah. That's one of the other big attractions.
Ken and his cobbers curl every week in winter, while Nazeby's indoor rink allows curling all year round.
It's a little bit like bowls. So there's 4 people in each team and you play 2 stones each. And you're aiming to have those stones sitting just in front of the house being the blue, white and the red rings.
Now what's the crack with the sweeping?
You can make the stones go quite a bit further. If you see a bit of a bend in the broom when a fella's sweeping, you know he's sweeping hard.
The socialising just as important as the sport.
Good health, good luck, well played.
My final stop, dinner at Middlemarch's Tap and Dough restaurant.
You must be Norma?
Norma, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Pleased to meet you too, Richard.
Richard Emerson is the man who brought us Emerson's beer. He and Norma have lived in Central for 10 years, had the pizza and craft beer restaurant for a couple.
I've been around a wee bit, I feel a little bit old now.
Richard is profoundly deaf and a real character.
Can you hear me at all?
Pardon? Oh no, sorry, I like to wind people up. It's my way of breaking the ice.
How do you understand what I'm saying?
I do it by lip reading.
What brought you guys to Middlemarch?
But living in the country, because nothing quiet for deaf people.
Norma, how do you put up with them?
I don't know.
The Emersons didn't really want to run a restaurant, but wanted to ensure Middlemarch continued to have one. Either way, Norma's the boss and Richard's, well, a reasonably handy 2IC.
He hasn't actually mastered the cooking of a pizza yet, but he's very good when it comes to dishwashers.
Well, good job, but I got worried about trying to lip read all the different people coming all the time. The stink doesn't argue with me. I can get on with it and get the job done.
And while the pizza and beer are brilliant, more importantly, and as you'd probably now expect, for visitors, a night with the Emersons is a whole lot of fun.
They come here one night, and if there's a few locals here, they exchange phone numbers, some of them become friends, and you leave almost feeling part of a community.
But Middlemarch isn't the end of the line. This stunning touring route winds its way to the Edinburgh of the South, Dunedin.
There's so much variety in the road from here to Dunedin. Every 10 minutes it changed.
I think you need to buy yourself a Harley Davidson, Richard.